India follows a parliamentary system. Lok Sabha and state assemblies have separate election cycles. Article 83 fixes Lok Sabha tenure. Article 172 fixes state assembly tenure. Both allow early dissolution. Over decades, cycles have drifted. The idea of simultaneous elections seeks synchronization. It requires constitutional change. The key question is practical. If a state assembly is dissolved mid-cycle after synchronization begins, how is its tenure handled without breaking the common electoral calendar? The answer lies in modifying Article 172. The core issue is constitutional synchronization versus democratic continuity. Under the present Article 172(1), a state legislative assembly continues for 5 years from the date appointed for its first meeting unless sooner dissolved. If dissolved early, a new assembly enjoys a full 5-year term. This design protects representative stability. The proposed amendment alters this principle for synchronization. If one nation, one election is implemented, assemblies and the Lok Sabha are aligned to a common cycle. Suppose elections are synchronized for 2024 to 2029. If a state assembly is dissolved in 2027, a fresh election will be held. However, the new assembly will not receive a fresh 5-year mandate. Its tenure will end in 2029 alongside the synchronized national cycle. This creates an interim house. The amendment to Article 172 would explicitly limit the tenure of such a house to the remainder of the original synchronized term. It overrides the current 5-year guarantee. This is a structural shift. The Constitution currently treats each assembly as an independent democratic unit. The amendment introduces conditional tenure. The duration of a house becomes dependent on a larger electoral calendar. The rationale is administrative efficiency and reduced election frequency. The Law Commission 2018 draft report and Niti Aayog 2017 discussion paper proposed similar models. They suggested either fixed cycles or remainder-based tenure. But this design raises tensions. First, federal autonomy. States are constitutionally sovereign within their domain. Article 172 ensures their independent democratic rhythm. Truncating tenure for calendar alignment may dilute that autonomy. Second, representative mandate. Voters in 2027 would know that their elected assembly will last only 2 years. This may weaken accountability. A short tenure may encourage short-term populism instead of long-term governance. Third, constitutional design consistency. Article 356 allows precedents rule when constitutional machinery fails. Under synchronization logic, prolonged precedents rule might be used to wait for the common election cycle. That risks misuse. The Supreme Court in S.R. Bommai 1994 restricted arbitrary dismissal of state governments. Any synchronization framework must respect that precedent. Fourth, stability versus flexibility. Parliamentary democracy allows governments to fall. If early dissolution leads only to short tenure, political actors may calculate instability differently. This could change coalition behavior. The amendment attempts to create fixed term logic within a flexible parliamentary framework. That tension is structural. However, the proposal does not eliminate elections, it only caps tenure to preserve synchronization. Democratic choice continues. It is a trade-off between federal flexibility and electoral efficiency. The deeper constitutional question is whether efficiency justifies altering tenure security embedded in Articles 83 and 172. If adopted, safeguards must include clear anti-defection enforcement under the 10th schedule, strict limits on misuse of Article 356, transparent caretaker conventions. Otherwise, truncated houses may become politically unstable experiments. In effect, the amendment converts full-term assemblies into cycle-bound institutions. It preserves synchronization by limiting tenure to the remainder period after mid-cycle dissolution. It prioritizes systemic alignment over individual house autonomy. Reform must therefore proceed with caution. Efficiency cannot override federal spirit. Synchronization should strengthen democracy, not compress it.